Hey YouTube, this is another update, my reef tanks and setups and stuff. Um, I haven't done a whole lot with the 55 gallon. I just added like 2 snails yesterday, which isn't that big of a deal. But you can see them both there actually on that rock, those white little shells. Um, a few questions I actually had. One being that blue tang, which is actually doing quite well right now. Um, I got really scared because he broke out with, like I said earlier, it wasn't ick. I found out it was some sort of other parasite because it didn't like completely cover him and then it just stayed there. It wasn't like ick that usually does that where that just covers them and doesn't go away. He actually had a parasite that would bite him that looked like ick, but then the little bubbles would pop and they'd be gone, and then he'd get bit somewhere else. It's like mosquito bites, kind of, or something. And it happened like overnight, and new ones he'd get bit in different places, and then those older ones would heal up, and it just went back and forth. He looked like he was almost completely healed. Like now he looks like he's almost completely healed, but I found a few more spots on him this morning. And basically before that, like in a few days ago, I thought he was completely healed. Upped everyone's feeding actually to about 4 times a day, smaller portions. But I mean, I wanted to kind of make them a little chunky. So, anyways, they've been chowing down a lot and stuff. So, and he was a little thin when I got him. Pet stores really don't seem to feed their fish very well, I found. I mean, even if they're really good, they just don't seem to really feed them the amount of food they really should have. So, yeah, that's that. And so he has like a few spots on him now, but as I said, he's acting completely normal, eating like crazy, so I just don't think it's really a big thing to worry about. I talked to other people. Blue tangs are prone to icks, so they said something. I talked to a guy who had a blue tang for several years, and he said every time he did a water change weekly, his blue tang would break out with ick, and he just got to a point where he could care less that he had ick on his tang, and it would just heal up within that week, and then he'd get it again the next week. So I don't know. And I mean, he didn't seem to have anything until yesterday when I added those snails in, and maybe he got kind of scared when I put the bag in the tank. That was kind of weird. I don't know. It kind of seems ridiculous, but he gets scared easily. So I don't know. That may have stressed him out. I don't know. Well, I think that's it. There was that little white dot on one of my clownfish. I don't know if I told you about that in an earlier video, but it looked like an ick dot, but it wasn't. It didn't spread at all. It was just one single dot, and I think it might have been a little like he shook himself, doing that little weird like dance thing for his friend or whatever, and bumped into a rock, and then anyways, it healed and popped off, and now it's there. So you can't even tell there was something there. So anyways, those are gone now, and they look great. So that's that. I also think I'm going to frag this zinnia clump here. I'm thinking I'm going to try and get a frag rack so I can put one up kind of in that area, or right around in there somewhere, because I want the light to be hitting it real well. Comment and let me know if you have realized the same thing, and where if you go to places that have like metal halides and stuff, you'll notice that their zinnia, it pulses in like a ball. It looks really cool too. It pulses in like a ball. It's not like straight fingered. It's more like a circular ball. So that's what I'm trying to get mine to do, and I'm thinking it's a light factor. So that's that. And besides those new livestock, my yellow tang actually, he does this weird thing. I don't know if I can get it on video for you. He may do it. He does it a ton, and he'll smack his tail against the glass like 5 times just really fast, right in that area. See that? He just does that bam bam stuff. I don't know. He does that weird little like tail smack right there on the glass, and I don't know why. I don't know if he's trying to say kind of, get away to the blue tang or what, but they don't physically hurt each other at all. So he just does that. Tell me if you know what that is. He does that a lot. Don't know what it is. So yeah, let me know, and whatever, and yeah. Alright, besides those snails, I also got a lawnmower blenny, I'm pretty sure it is, which I'm quarantining, which is going to go in this tank to help out the algae problem, as you can see on the glass. I'm sure on the bottom you can see that. Anyways, he's going to go in there and he's currently in this 10-gallon aquarium, which I set up. I put some like live rock rubble. You can't even see him. He's a smaller one, and I don't even have a light on this thing. I simply put in a heater, a little Petco pump, and a filter, which isn't running right now because I don't have enough plugins and I didn't really need it. So he's in there anyways. He's in there somewhere. He's really small and he's scared, so he hides in the rock a lot. So I'm not going to spend all time looking at this. I'm going to go down and show you my 150-gallon, what's going on with it. So here is the 150-gallon, and basically, as you can see, I have a small green chromis, or whatever they call him, in there, and he seems to be doing really good. He just constantly swimming around, so that's good. I'm glad he's not on the bottom of the tank. Could be a lot worse. And I also put in a couple cleaners. I have a few Nassarius snails, but mainly just those shrimp, or not the shrimp, the snails that are in that rock right there. So, and I'm not sure, like, I hope they're alright. They don't seem to be moving a lot. I mean, they're definitely alive because I moved them off the sand where they just sat like all day long, and then I put them up on that rock where the algae is. Hopefully they'll just start eating, but they haven't really been eating, so I'm not sure. Hopefully they're fine. Anyways, I think that's it with that. Also, I have a few ideas, and I wanted to ask, got some people some of their opinions on what I should do for this. I'd like to put, make this a reef tank, and that's what I plan on doing, and I have the metal halide amp right over there, but that generally would not be great for soft corals. It wouldn't even give me, it would give me about 2.7 watts to the gallon just with those metal halides. I'm sure if I put a soft coral right below that, it would do just great, but the fact is I have these guys here, which I got, believe it or not, for 100% free. 3 of these 36-inch, they're actually, as you can see, they're freshwater, so, but they're 192 watts each. And I'm still not sure. I'm obviously going to need new bulbs in them. That's the only downside. But they're free, so, and they're like $219 a piece. So, that's over $600 worth of lighting that I got for free from a friend. So, yeah, I plan to use these, and I'm just going to scatter them kind of along the hood under there. And make them symmetrical, and so those will, give the corals a lot of good lighting. I figured it out, and it's about, I think, 7 watts, maybe it's 7 or 8 watts to the gallon with these guys going, if I had all of them plus the metal halides. And so, yeah, I'm kind of wondering what lights should I put in these, what bulbs, because I know, they have freshwater bulbs in right now, so I don't know if I should put blue 03 like actinic bulbs, or if I should put 10,000K daylight bulbs, or what exactly. Just so you know, the metal halides over there are 20,000K, so it's kind of like the metal halides are kind of like a blue light too. They're almost like a blue actinic. The 20,000K are, but I don't know, they're hard to explain. They're really bright, but they're not as blue as a blue actinic, but they're kind of they're like in the mixture of a blue and a 10,000K combined almost. I don't know, it's hard to explain. So yeah, let me know what type of bulb I should put in these guys. And just help me get a better idea. Also, I'm thinking about putting a sump in here, and there's 3 dividers by those 3 doors, so the sump couldn't fit in there completely, and I'm wanting to make a 20-gallon sump with this thing right here. And since the aquarium it's an all-glass aquarium, so it's stabilized through the entire outside of it. So I'm thinking if I just put in, extra support, some 2x4s, that it should be fine, because there's just that wall there, and cut a section out of that little wood, and then stuck the tank in and put some extra support. It should be fine. Let me know what you guys think, and give me some extra ideas. So, alright, thank you. Feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe.